there's a lot of misinformation that is circulating about the Green New Deal. So let's talk about it, because the Green New Deal is currently the best shot that my generation has at a livable planet and a livable future. So let's clear up the misinformation and tell the truth. These are the 10 most common myths about the Green New Deal and what the Green New Deal actually is. I did this for my Sunrise Movement Town Hall PowerPoint, and we talked about it a bit during a panel discussion. Yes, this is what's coming up. So, myth 10. Buildings will be torn down and rebuilt to be renewable. That's such a waste of resources and would pollute more in the first place, because it would take energy to tear them down. All buildings will be upgraded. Quote, all existing buildings in the United States and building new buildings to achieve maximum energy efficiency, water efficiency, safety, affordability, comfort, and durability, including through electrification. Nothing's being torn down. They are being upgraded and utilized to their fullest possibility. Myth 9. No cows allowed. A bunch of Republicans and people who use Republican talking points say that the Green New Deal talks about the emission that cow farts produce, which is like, no, bad. In reality, the way that the Green New Deal talks about agriculture sounds amazing. Quote, working collaboratively with farmers and ranchers in the United States to remove pollution and greenhouse gas emissions from the agricultural sector as much as technologically feasible, including by supporting family farming, investing in sustainable farming and land use practices that increase soil health, and by building a more sustainable food system that ensures universal access to healthy food. I know a lot of my friends who could really benefit from this. A lot of them are farmers and would get really amazing jobs from programs that could be put in place with this in mind. And a lot of them are food insecure and could really benefit from knowing where their next meal is coming from. There's a myth that no one will be allowed to use cars or motorcycles, which is not true. Quote, zero-emission vehicle infrastructure and manufacturing, clean, affordable, and accessible public transit, and high-speed rail. I would love to take a rail to the theater or to school. There is such a lack of access to affordable and accessible public transit, but we need it. Like, it takes so much less energy, and it can be a lot easier as long as we make it easier for folks with disabilities and for folks who are in poverty. And as long as we're continuously investing in new infrastructure, new green, clean infrastructure, then that's what matters. Myth 7 is that the Green New Deal is a bill, which is where the talking point comes up that it is not detailed enough. The Green New Deal is not a bill. It is a resolution. It is an outline for a 10-year mobilization. It is a framework. There will be bills that will put together everything that the Green New Deal is holding. There will not be an air travel ban under the Green New Deal. Quote, overhauling transportation systems in the United States to remove pollution and greenhouse gas emissions from the transportation sector as much as technologically feasible, including through investment in zero-emission vehicle infrastructure, clean, affordable, and accessible public transit, and high-speed rail. That doesn't ban air travel. Nowhere in the Green New Deal does it ban air travel. It encourages and promotes accessible public transit and trains. Yeah, which is a job creator, as long as there are systems in place for aviation workers to learn how to work in jobs such as public transit and railways. which there will be, as long as they are trained and have paid transition, which is what we call a just transition, and which is what we need for people who will lose their job under a Green New Deal, because fossil fuel workers will lose their job. Aviation workers may very well lose their job, as long as they have paid overlap while they find a new job, and training in renewable energy jobs or train jobs, then that's what's important. Because renewable energy jobs outnumber fossil fuel jobs 3-1. Renewable energy is a job creator, and the wind energy sector is the fastest growing energy sector in America. And as long as workers are trained how to do it and how to use it, then we're good. Workers cannot be and will not be left behind. A lot of people say, where's the money coming from? The resolution that this is based off of, which was the original New Deal under FDR, they didn't wonder where the money was coming from. They passed the New Deal, and then Congress found the budget. Where's the money coming from is just an excuse, because the Congressional Budget Office estimated that last year, 2018, the 30-year cost of America's nuclear forces was $1.2 trillion. That could provide solar energy to every house in America 4 times over. 4 times over. And we only will need it 1 time over, and then the rest of that money can be spent developing high-speed railways, can be spent helping other countries transition to a Green New Deal, can be spent with wind power. It's simple. It's simple, and we can find the money. We always have found a way to find the money. A lot of people are like, climate change isn't even real. So the Green New Deal is completely out of the water. Or climate change is not a crisis, it's just something that naturally happens, so the Green New Deal is way too ambitious. So I'm going to link in the description to the IPCC reports that say that climate change is a crisis, we're running out of time, and it will threaten food security, and that we are looking at a mass extinction by 2050. Because apparently not a lot of people have read those reports. But yeah, the Green New Deal is the least that our generation can have. It is currently our best chance on the table at having a future. The Green New Deal won't break the economy. An analysis by the Solutions Project found that a transition to 100% renewables would create 4 million long-term jobs and millions more short-term jobs, more in total than would be lost. Already, clean energy jobs outnumber fossil fuel jobs 3-1, and fossil fuel jobs often come with not having the right to a union, not having the right to protest, like Shell workers recently faced, physical risks due to accidents, due to pollution, like black lung disease, a bunch of stuff like that. Renewable energy jobs, they don't carry that. They are safe, and we are learning how to make them even safer. We've done big stuff before. FDR did with the New Deal. He reshaped the economy because he saw a problem and he found a way to fix it. But the important thing is that even if we haven't done anything like this before, this is what we need to do right now. Because America is falling behind. Our generation, our chance at a future is falling behind, and it's falling behind in every day that Congress does not act on the climate crisis, and that corporations continue to sell our future for a corporate profit. It's not fair. And every day that passes is a day that we now have less of a shot at a future. Even if we hadn't done anything this big before, I don't care. Because this is what we need right now. The biggest and most dangerous myth is that we can't do it. Many lawmakers want you to think that we can't do it because it is convenient for them, they can continue with business as usual while still filling their pockets with fossil fuel money. But we can, and we should, and we will. We just need to fight like hell and organize. We can solve the climate crisis. It's just a matter of when and how fast. Because if we don't do it fast enough, then we'll run out of time. It is scary. And sometimes it can bring a lot of feelings of depression and anxiety. But in the comments, I will put mental health resources, the Suicide Hotline, the Trevor Project, the Buddy Project, Oregon Youthline, bunch of stuff. Just know that you are not alone. And we just have to stick together. Because the most powerful thing we can do is stick together. Because in a world where people are trying to tear us apart, holding hands and standing up and saying no is the most powerful thing that we could do. And I hope to do that with you all. Stay safe, stay snazzy, and do what you can. Peace out.